This episode is brought to you by MEXC Crypto Trading Platform. With the wild swings we're experiencing in these crypto markets, why not take advantage of the wide range of cryptos to actually trade on MEXC? Find your next moonshot and never miss another crypto gem again. And use the link below and I'll airdrop you $25 worth of Bitcoin. Visit MEXC.com for more information. Link in the description below.
This my two Satoshis, who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis, yeah.
Hola, buenos dias, GNGs. I am Trek with 2Ks, and this is my two Satoshis brought to you on CBTV, where, I am a contributor on CBTV. I would have never thought this would happen, but here it is. I want to throw this one out on the end of saying thank you to CB for giving me the opportunity to be on here, and thank you for the folks who tap in and check out the episodes when they come on. I gotta say, I'm definitely surprised at the numbers. I really do appreciate. And as I had said in the last episode, we're working on some things in the background because there's events going on, there's things that we're getting, so we're looking to do giveaways and things like that. So stay tuned to the end of the episode and we will get into what those things are. And so for this first story, backup one. If you don't know, the way that the My Two Satoshis works on my end is I talk about some crypto things and some non-crypto things, and we throw it together. I realized though, over the last X number of episodes, it seems like I'm being a doom and gloom dude. I'm not trying to be a doom and doom. What? I so messed it up just now. The point being, I'm not trying to be all negative, but I do want to have people realize what's going on in a more realistic context, and that for all we talk about with the opportunities and everything in this space, not everyone's going to take advantage. Not everyone's going to be paying attention to the type of news and events that I'm paying attention to, but hopefully some of these things do help you folks out there in bettering your position in life. That's the best way I could put it. But I'm thankful for the opportunity that you guys do tap in and listen. So let's jump into this first story. And I want to say this one, right? The internet is undefeated, y'all. Like, somebody always paying attention and collecting the receipts. So I seen this in one of the groups I'm in. And let me read this to y'all. Ukraine says it has repelled Russian incursion in Sumy region. This is Reuters. Reuters is an official news platform company, right? And so I started here on the Twitter side of it, and I'm bringing this picture up right here. Listen, y'all. If you've been in the military, you know anything about being in services, this is not issued gear. This right here, this is a paintball gun. That line you see right there is the line for the oxygen tank. This is a paintball gun. There are a number of other things that are like inconsistent in this picture. This right here is the canister that holds the paintballs, okay? And just want to point that out. Major official news source. This is the stuff that they're pushing out to y'all. I'm gonna jump into the article itself. The basic idea was that they were saying that, hey, there was a situation that happened in this particular region, and the way that Reuters reports it, which was a couple of days ago, because it's in May, that the border guards repelled an incursion by a Russian sabotage and reconnaissance group in northern region of Sumy on Monday. Now, this is the area, allegedly, I don't know, I didn't do any Google mapping or anything on this, but this is the area that they're saying. I'm running through the pictures right now to show you. And if you've been to the region, or if you actually know more stuff, hey, you can counter me in the comments. I 100% appreciate it. If I'm talking on my ass, you can just downvote the video. That works too. But if I'm not, again, we're on the Reuters website. They're basically just saying that these border people, they had the ability to repel official military forces from Russia. If you don't know the country I'm talking about right now, I don't know where you've been for the last couple of weeks / months, because I think we're at like 80 or something days in to this particular incursion right now. So I want to show y'all something. When I seen the picture in my other chat group, I went to the Twitter and then I went over and looked at the actual articles. I'm like, nah, this probably isn't really them. Listen, this is really Reuters. And this is the thing where I'll be saying about, you gotta look at how the news is being presented to you and what are the words they're using to give you some kind of understanding or framing. Is it actually the right interpretation? Zooming on this picture right here, my man right here is wearing sneakers. I don't know of no military force when you in operation that you wearing sneakers like this in particular. No, not to mention, again, this right here, not military gear, bro. If somebody is really popping shots at you, this ain't protecting jack. I can 100% say that. If y'all know, if you have been following me for a bit and you've seen me on the other CB live streams and stuff like that, and just other things like that, I do have the military side of life that I deal with as far as a guard and blah, blah, blah. Been downrange. I'm not saying I was a door knocker or nothing like that, but I do have a level of understanding. This story had me cracking up. Nonetheless, I'm gonna jump on to this next thing with the caution of saying, take the news, and even though it's official news sources, even the shit that I say, y'all, with a grain of salt, do your own due diligence. Like, dead ass, okay? I'm gonna jump into this next thing. So basically on this one here, crypto chief David Marcus launches Bitcoin payments, a startup backed by 16Z and Paradigm. So if you don't know who this guy is, I want to say before 2019, or it was in 2019 or 20 something or 2018, he got hired by Facebook to be like the crypto dude. And this is when they were talking about doing the whole Libra thing, and then all of that stuff started popping up. So your man basically did what he needed to do when he was with Facebook, aka Meta. And so now he understands that, in my opinion, and how I look at this story. You know what, let me just read a couple of lines from this. After his departure from Facebook in November, so this relatively recently happened, many crypto industry insiders speculated where longtime executive David Marcus would land. Today, the former Messenger boss and PayPal executive offered some early details into the next company, Lightspark, which will be building on Bitcoin Lightning Network. So again, we have another example of where Bitcoin is receiving some kind of new adoption, new update kind of thing through the Lightning Network, and what he's saying he's going to do for his version of a payment rail. This is basically a payment rail option. So Bitcoin is reaching a new direction of market adoption or application, and then so is a Lightning Network. Technically speaking, Lightning Network can work on other blockchains. A lot of folks don't understand that little distinction, but it can. Anywho, the point being here is, here's somebody who, he has the insight of traditional finance knowledge. He has the insight of the fintech world knowledge. And then he also has the clout within that industry to be able to make this next transition of, but I'm gonna just run to this next payment rail, technology adoption of blockchain technology. And I'm gonna go with Lightning Network, which is connected right now into the Bitcoin network. And so we will see what this actually looks like. The thing that gets me is that I don't necessarily see yet, is it that we're taking innovative technology and actually innovating the finance, the fintech, the traditional payment rail setup? Or is it that you're going to take the technology, strip out X amount of the stuff that makes it permissionless, that makes it open and available to anyone, and then put it in a little box and be like, okay, here, we're going to give you something new, but it's the same old stuff because you've stripped out the things that actually made it robust, the things that actually make it permissionless, the things that actually make it that anyone can access it. We'll see, time will tell. I just want to tap in on that way. And then the last thing I'm gonna jump to is this other story here that I found on Wire about how Starlink scrambled to keep Ukraine online. And I skimmed through it. The story was definitely longer than I wanted to, but basically it's like Elon Musk's intervention demonstrates how satellite internet could route around the world or censorship far beyond Ukraine. Now, they basically throw in some details that I honestly did not know about this. So according to this article and the way that they source their information, Ukraine was already in talks with Elon about getting these satellites, and they call them this name kills me, Dishy McFlatface. I'm sorry. I don't know who came up with the Dishy McFlatface idea, but like name, but whatever on that. Still funny nonetheless. But here's the thing. So they were already in these talks before the incursion, invasion, whatever you want to call it, happened. And so the actual event of the invasion stuff set up itself, it pushed the necessity of, hey, we need to get those. Now, I'm not looking at this as far as the wrong or right on what side the company took a position on. I'm more so interested in that in this, if you're somebody who has some things going on as far as where you put your capital into SpaceX and into what Elon's doing, this goes to show like proof of world concept. Like, yes, satellites as a communication medium work, and apparently the cost of them wasn't that bad. And in the long run, Elon worked out, or the company is also working on a deal that works with the US government side of it, which means that they're going to eventually work with other governments around the world, because they're already doing things in Europe, in Africa, in Latin America, as far as providing internet infrastructure via the satellite networks, because they've launched over, I think it's like more than 800 or 1,000 satellites already in space. Okay, I think the number is somewhere around there. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please just correct me or say something in the comments on it. I greatly appreciate. And so my point of why I bring this particular story up is we're seeing how technology and how Elon works with his whole setup, to where he's about moving fast and breaking things and providing opportunity. Now, again, whatever you agree with or disagree with as far as that whole situation is happening, we're seeing how technology is being applied to still allow people to communicate. That's my whole point here. We're seeing how technology is being applied to adverse environments. That's the other thing. Like, a war is not a clean and easygoing place to be. Let's say that. Yeah, other than that, listen, I'm gonna close it out on this, y'all. Just a couple of things. Like I said, some things be crypto, some things not be crypto. Nonetheless, I appreciate those of you who did listen, did tap in to hear about these different things that I was talking about, between Elon, between Marcus, who's the ex crypto guy from Facebook, and the first initial story. But here's the thing for those of you who listen towards the end. As I've been saying, we've been working on some things in the back end to, give out to the people who've been with us for a while, who've been tapping in and stuff. So one of the things happening is there's the Oculus hard wallet joint that we're doing. I actually only have one left because I opened most of the ones I had because when I was traveling from Miami. But nonetheless, we're giving those away, and that's going to be on the live stream chats that happen on the weekend. So you got to tap in on a live stream for those on the CBTV YouTube channel. And then the other thing is just put it into play that the Blockchain Futurist Conference, which is happening in August on the 9th and the 10th, we have tickets for that. That's going to be a limited number thing too. And so we'll be talking about the details on that and how you can get one of those tickets, because we have the free ticket to give away. And I'm trying to work out something in regards to one of the VIP ticket things, but we'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, there's a free ticket that we'll have. And also, if you put in Trek 50, so Trek with the number 50, you can get the 50% off of the tickets. So for my Canucks to the north, I'm definitely looking forward to see y'all in August. And then the other folks who are not in Canada, hopefully you can come up, because Futurist 2022 is going to be the place where I will be at come August, and X amount of other folks from the team will be. Crypto Blood will be there, and we get Little John to be there too. And yeah, you can see us in real world. We can network, we can talk and build on some other opportunities and things like that. Other than that, I'm going to close it out and say I am Trek with 2Ks. This is my 2 Satoshis, brought to you on CBTV. And until the next one.